Well, things are in the green. We're looking good. And there's one particular player on the field that I want to talk about today. So let's get into the action with ADA today. That's right. I said ADA because they are kicking butt right now. We're up 14%. This is actually up a little higher earlier today. But I want to talk to you guys about ADA. I've been a big supporter of what they're doing, and they don't even have smart contracts yet, and they're already taking over the marketplace. If you look at it, their market cap is at 50 million. This is a lot of money. Um, I mean, just look at it in comparison to Ethereum and Bitcoin. Guys, this is blowing up. Honestly, this is the way I'm looking at it. And I want to talk to you about what's coming. And I mentioned that this summer is going to be a hot ADA summer. And it's because things are changing. Things are taking place within that platform. Here's what's happening. Right now, ADA can't do much. It doesn't have smart contracts been built into it yet. But over the next 30 days, they're going to start doing all the testing that's necessary for those smart contracts to actually function. What that means is that the code is ready. Things are ready to go. We're essentially there when it comes to the platform. It's just a matter of tweaking, testing, making sure that it's going to be able to handle the things that it's supposed to handle. And from there, you're looking at about 60 days to have a full rollout. And a full rollout means that ADA skyrockets 10x to what we've seen it. Instead of being $1.50, it's going to be $15. ADA is a promising coin to really go that high. I know a lot of people are still skeptical of it, but it is one of those coins that I've talked about holding, that I've talked about investing in, because not only is it something that I see it rising, but I see the value in it. And that's something that you want to keep in mind. Don't just buy something because, oh yeah, somebody said so. No, what's the value? What is it that it's providing other people? Because that's going to decide the end result of the coin. What's it going to do? Like Bitcoin, for example, doesn't do much. But it's got value because it was the first, because it's what started it all, and it has a finite supply. That means that, well, guess what? It just became valuable because people are holding it and they're saying it's worth something. It's essentially a savings account. At the end of the day, Bitcoin is not going to go anywhere because there's enough people holding it, enough people mining it, enough people behind it to where there is support for the coin. So much so that it's up 4% today. And we talked about this. Right now, we're in limbo with Bitcoin prices. It can either start flying way up high or it can start plummeting. But one thing is for certain, at the end of the day, at the end of this year, we're going to be hitting a much higher price for Bitcoin than we are right now. Let's go back to ADA. Let me go back to this chart really quick here. And this is ADA's, it peaked like crazy back in 2018. Then nothing, then nothing, then nothing. And then we started gaining momentum here. So at the very beginning of this year, it just skyrocketed, which is awesome. I want to talk about what's happening now. Right now, we are at that 150. We actually went up to 165. Yep, 168 here. And this is all today. So right now we're testing the market. So we're seeing how many people are bullish on it, how many people, are bearish on the coin. But it's bound to break out. And just like Bitcoin, it doesn't mean it's going to happen right now, but it is going to happen. And I want to cover what what the coin is doing so that you understand what's going to take place from here on out. So you got those smart contracts, and that's going to open the door for a lot of things. You're talking about DeFi, you're talking about crowdfunding, you're talking about asset exchanges. You're going to be able to do a lot with the coin once it becomes once it gets its launch of the smart contracts when they go live. But we know it's working. We know they're working on it, and we know that the code is basically there. So you have, let's say, 90 days before it's too late. And I would say that you want to get in way before those 90 days. Like I mentioned before, you want to be in the action before it actually starts kicking into high gear. Right now, yeah, it's popular if you look at the overall charts here, but it's still in my opinion, one of those hidden gems because people are not yet, all gung-ho about it yet. Once you start having more and more things, more items being built on the platform, it is bound to take off. And we saw something here with not Polkadot, but let me pull, where was I looking? Polygon-matic. Polygon-matic is actually following suit with ADA right now. So the charts are somewhat similar when you look at these two, at least for the recent past year. Except with, look at that, how similar those peaks and valleys are. You see that? I don't know if anybody's calling this out, but if you just look at it, the only major difference, in my opinion, that I see is how much fluctuation is taking place. So you see that with Cardano, it's going up and down a lot more, but with Polygon-matic, it's a little bit more flat, which means that people are making money with ADA, so you got that higher market cap, so people have a lot of buy and sell orders that are ready to go. That's why you see things going up and then coming right back down. It's just people making money. I heard somebody say that the volatility within crypto is a feature. If you look at it that way, you can make good money. You can make really good money with the fluctuation in the market. Just keep in mind that it's a feature, it's not broken. And with that, guys, if you don't mind, hit that like button right below if you like the video. If you don't like it, that's all right. You don't have to do that. Hit the subscribe button and the bell for notifications. That way we can get notified next video comes out. But I have a few things kind of blowing up over the next week or two here that's going to change channel and it's going to make it go a lot bigger. But if I didn't mention this today, but check me out on BitClout. It's the main platform that I'm using right now. I want to make sure that I'm, promoting it and getting more and more people on it. But it's been great hanging out with you as always, and I will see you tomorrow.